We're doing something a little different here today. My face is kind of blocked, but that's because we're reviewing the Blue Snowball USB microphone in 2018. Is it worth using? What are the different switches on the back that you can sort of see here? And why is this such a renowned microphone? We're going to be checking that out right after this. TubeBuddy is the best tool you can get to manage your YouTube channel. You can update videos in bulk, optimize your SEO, syndicate to social media, back up your metadata, and more, all with a simple browser extension. Head to EposVox.com/TubeBuddy to learn more and download it for free. Conveniently, as always, apparently with these couple microphones here, this is a sample test with the Blue Snowball on the cardioid mode. Yeah, on the cardioid mode with my air conditioner going on in the background, so you can see how it reduces pickup noise. We're going to do this, then we're going to switch to slot number 2, which is the -10 dB pad. Okay, now this is the Blue Snowball microphone with the -10 dB pad, typically reserved for situations where there's a lot of noise going on, like concerts, things like that. We're going to switch over to the omnidirectional mode. Okay, now this is the Blue Snowball in the omnidirectional mode, meant to pick up like group conversations, things like that, but again, with my air conditioner going. Now I'm going to go switch the air conditioner off. This was not intentional. I wasn't going to include this in this episode, and do a more formal review. As made abundantly obvious by this point, I would hope, today we are reviewing the Blue Snowball USB microphone. This is a white one. I actually bought it from a friend, Diddy, who is a part of a Destiny the Show podcast, and he still had the original stand with it. This is actually the first microphone that I bought for YouTube content creation. I originally was using webcam microphones and things like that, but I picked up this for myself. Keep in mind this was like 2009, but this was the commonly recommended microphone. I hated it for most of my use of it, but I honestly didn't know how to use it a whole lot, and part of that problem was the included little baby tripod here. It holds it up, it actually extends up and down for some slight height adjustment if somehow your table space is this short, but it has no sort of like stabilizer or anything like that, and I had a non-mechanical keyboard that I typed really heavily on, and so I constantly got keyboard and mouse boominess on the desk, and background noise from my computer fans because my computer was up on my desk, and it overall felt way too quiet, and I might have even had it on the wrong setting, but I always felt like I needed to be right on top of it and yelling a whole heck of a lot. Now, in 2018, it is honestly a really hard sell to recommend people the Blue Snowball. It is cheap, it is affordable, it is plug and play when it works. I've had nothing but issues getting this particular model working on Windows 10. I remember I tried it last year. I was going to do this video for 2017 and maybe even 2016. And my previous rig, I had trouble getting it working, but I did eventually get it set up. On this one, I could not get the driver to work or the device to be detected or running properly at all on Windows 10 on my main PC. In fact, it even gave me a weird thing where the device showed up as BBBBBB. Heck if I know. But plugging it into my MacBook Pro here, it actually is working. So we have a little double camera angle here going on. Not that you ever want to see this angle ever again in your entire life, but it's an option. So this is a cardioid condenser microphone with 3 pickup patterns. If you get the Blue Snowball Ice, it only has the 1 cardioid pickup pattern, which is fine for most people. The number 1 switch is the normal cardioid mode. Number 2 switch over here, this is with a -10 dB pad, which means it's basically all of the gain is reduced by 10 decibels for more louder recording situations, such as concerts, live shows, loud shoutcasting situations, things like that. And then this third setting is the omnidirectional mode, designed to pick up more sound around the microphone here, around it. More for group conversations, meetings, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and pop it back to the 1. This is the setting most people should be using because it's designed to pick up micro audio right in front of it, reject some of your background noise, and this is the position you're supposed to be using it in. Honestly, when I used it, I wouldn't have even known you could attach it to a microphone stand or an arm. I wish I would have invested in that when I was first doing my YouTube stuff. Would have saved me a lot of headache, but it does in fact have the standard microphone tab on the tripod, so you can attach it to a microphone arm, and you still get some of that angle bending option as well. and does a decent job rejecting background noise. Again, this is on the cardioid mode, so if I start going around the microphone and talking into the back of it or doing some really weird stuff, it's not going to pick up quite as well, but it doesn't reject, as much background noise as a dynamic microphone. And that's another thing, is in a game streaming, YouTubing at a desk setup, between the reflections off your monitor or walls or your keyboard and mouse or controller or PC or game consoles, I pretty much always recommend a dynamic microphone, and there are cheap ones. There's the Audio-Technica ATR 2100 USB, which is both USB and XLR, so it provides you a better professional upgrade path should you choose to take it later on. And it has USB audio, and it has a headphone out for monitoring, which is what the Blue Yeti Nano that I just reviewed has. This one does not. There is no monitoring of how loud or quiet you are, which causes a lot of problems for people who don't monitor that. There was a $14 mono-price dynamic microphone that I recommend, and I also have around here, back here behind me, the Samson Q2U dynamic microphone that I will be reviewing shortly. As far as how it sounds okay. Depending on how quiet you are, you'll have to amplify it, which will get a lot of background hiss and noise, and that's something I struggled with a lot when I was first starting with it, is that if you're trying to be real quiet and be mindful of your family, or not let them know that you're recording, and you start talking real quiet, your audio goes to trash. Basic microphone and recording principles: the louder your audio is without clipping your source through your input levels, the higher quality it will be to a certain degree. And the quieter it is, the harder it is to get a good quality. Just like with photography, the further away from your subject you are, the less likely the picture is to be clear or of high quality. Now, a big thing is, again, people always set it on the wrong setting. So if you have it on 2 and you talk quietly, then it's not going to pick you up at all. And if you have it on 3, then it's going to pick up a whole lot more room sound. So if I start typing down here, you're getting mic sound. But if I put it back up to 1 and then start typing, you're still getting some of that, but it should be rejected a little bit more. It's a decent mic. Like I said, it's hard to recommend in 2018 for that price point when there are better options. But if you just want I need to plug this in, get some audio, and never think about it again, totally fine. And you can create some good voiceovers for it. There was that one kid that took off a few years back that was doing the typical movie trailer voice and was using a Blue Snowball. Now, you will want a pop filter for this, because plosives are a nightmare with it. That is something I ran into. Some people put pantyhose over it. Some people put a sock over it or windscreen. That'll muffle it a bit. You can get the fly swatter pop filter, but then that's blocking your face even more. So the choice is yours. Or if you put it back a few inches from your face, you can see where my hand is fitting there, then you can still talk and project your voice and actually talk in a more energetic and entertaining fashion and not have to worry too much about plosives. And you might be able to hide it better off screen, which is kind of handy. So would I recommend it? Not necessarily, especially when there are other options available, but I know that there are a lot of people that it would be a better fit for who don't want to sit here and learn about audio hardware. So I try to keep that in mind with my recommendations, even though I don't give USB mics a blanket recommendation. Product links, as always, will be in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself. You can even pick them up at local stores these days. I've seen them at various electronic sections of stores, which is part of why they're so popular, I guess. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more tech education content. Go check out my Blue Yeti Nano review that just went live recently, down in the description as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Come join us over on Discord, EposVox.com/Discord, and I'll see you later. I ended that video twice. Here's the third.